Hickory dickory dock, some lads there just wrote a song called Clocks. The lads are Coldplay.
And the song is?
Clocks.
Beautiful.
I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington, pressing the little buttons there. XFM 104.9. What's that? What's that little Well,
I think I do more than press the buttons.
right, see, this is it, right? Karl has had a little strop on since last night, okay? And it's,
He's had a little strop on.
yeah.
You said strop on. I just wanted to clarify.
And, it's, I don't know why. He says that I'm an annoying person. He says that I wound him up, right? Which I don't know. He says that you're winding up because you're sort of like negative about
I'm
everything.
negative?
Yeah. And, but what I think it is because we pointed out that his lateness is unacceptable.
Yeah.
He said, meet you at 6. He turned up at 20 past. He said, well, someone stopped me in the corridor. I don't care.
I've got stuff to do.
We have stuff to do. I think we're a bit busier than you, Karl. You've got one job, we've got loads of jobs, I keep telling you that.
Yeah.
You've got one job in a little room, a 9 to 5 there, that you don't even get done in 9 to 5, that's why you're late and mucking around all the
Yeah,
time.
'cause there's loads of work to do.
Yeah, one
Right.
job.
No,
Cool.
it's not. It's one job with a lot of other jobs in it. It's like those little Russian dolls you get, right?
Well, it's
So
not,
don't
is
have a
it?
go. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks, oh, he only sits in his studio messing about, making songs a phrase. That's what I do in my free time. Which we've got coming up later.
Super slick. I still think 20 minutes late is an outrage, though.
Yeah,
Karl.
20 minutes late
Yeah,
is...
but I didn't say bang on 6, I
you
said
said
around
6.
6.
No, you didn't. You said 6, which means 6.
Well, it doesn't.
Wait, sorry, it doesn't.
If I was a newsreader, I'd say, yeah, you've got to be on time. Do you know what I mean? If it was a 6 o'clock news, I wouldn't want to be late. But it's the fact that I said to you, I'm busy, I've got stuff to do.
No, you didn't say that. You said 6 o'clock to sort out tomorrow's show.
I didn't. I know what I said. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
well,
matter, so-
Oh, you don't, because I remember you sent me a text. You didn't even. It wasn't even a phone call. You didn't even have the politeness to call.
Stephen has stitched him up by
Was it
being a
text?
little bit more
Busy.
precise than him.
It was a text, and it said, "See you around 6 tomorrow?" Question mark.
Around. You just said it.
Well,
Around
yeah, but
6.
that doesn't count. That doesn't mean anything.
Well, yeah, no, he does.
What? So, all right,
You
Rick.
told me you said 6.
Well, he did. I'm paraphrasing. 6 o'clock, Rick. To me, even if it was around 6 o'clock, that would be 5 to 6 or 5 past 6. It would not be 20 minutes after the event, because that is late.
Well.
Well, you can't even. You've got nothing. You see, you haven't even got an excuse.
Yeah, but then I turned up, right, and I said, right, well, let's not argue about this. Let's come up with some good new features, because we've been in Cheap as Chimps. That's gone today.
Good news.
He never liked Cheap as Chimps, Karl, did he?
Right, he never liked it. Do you know what? Do you know who's took it further?
Go on.
Donald McIntyre.
What?
He's doing a programme, Cheap as Chimps.
No, he's not.
doing
It's a
a
channel. Well, we'll see. Again, I'll prove you right. Again.
He's
Prove you
not.
wrong.
He's not doing a programme Cheap as Chimps, is he?
is.
He's not. What do you mean?
He's doing a tour of trail on Channel 5, and it was saying, you know,
Is
he's
it
done
5
this.
or is it about 20 past 5?
He's doing this, he's done that, you know, now see him on Channel 5 because he's moved to Channel 5.
Right.
He's saying, first big problem, chimps, you know, they deer and that. And,
No, they're not, dear. He's sort of getting confused.
no, 50 odd grand for a chimp, and it's saying, you know, he'll look into how much you can get gorilla for.
What are in the name of God are you talking
We'll
about?
talk about that later.
But I don't know what.
I'm just saying that that's another idea.
And
that's
then, yeah. So
CCTV.
go on, you got off. This is why you never get stuff done and you're
Yeah.
late. You got off the point. You were talking about arriving late.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying to you now, I turned up late, so I said, right, well, let's not argue.
Yeah.
I said, let's do some stuff.
Yeah.
You weren't having any of it. I think at one point you were trying to be sick on my leg.
I do remember that.
Yeah?
Why? Just for fun.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's when I started getting annoyed.
He was very annoyed last night.
No, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see where that could be annoying, but you just got to think, hey, look, so what? It's, you know.
Well,
I think you rub each other up the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
no more Cheap as Chimps today,
Right.
and nothing to replace it because we didn't have a chat. Songs of phrase, we're doing that. You can win some stuff.
Yeah, we've got the film that we haven't
the
done for the last 2 weeks.
The final film, we won't be doing
Let
that
him
anymore.
down. It's 2 weeks. So you're 2 weeks late on that. You know,
Can I just ask, guys, is there going to be some great music?
Yeah, well,
What
I've got
about
some-
something from the Only Ones?
Yeah,
The classic
Another Girl, Another Planet by The Only Ones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, cheer up. Come on. There's a war on. Chill out.
Yeah.
I have to say, you have become increasingly annoying recently, Rick.
Who,
I think,
me?
yeah, chiefly, I tell you what it is. I think it's the hot weather. Can I just remind you when we were in the office recently? We've got a little office that we write in, we work in, and many moons ago we were doing some work. This was when we were writing the first series of the office, and I was typing away. I was just typing something up we'd written, and I read it back to Ricky just to check he was happy with everything. I was reading it back, and. As part of the thing, there was a knock in the script. It said, knock, and so I was acting out for him, and I knocked like this, and I realised he wasn't listening. He was in fact asleep underneath his desk, and I knocked like that as part of reading the stage directions. I knocked. He thought someone was coming in. He leapt up, clunked his head, zipped up, thought something. I said, Rick, it's not. I'm just acting it out for you. He just wasn't paying attention. He wasn't listening. And can I just draw in? So recently, we're in another office. We're typing away. I look round. He's got his shirt off.
It was hot.
He's taking his shirt off, right? So he's sat there, 41-year-old man, or whatever you are, 40-year-old man, there with his shirt out. Beautiful. I mean, I've seen most parts of your body now at one point or another. I think from the early days when we used to work at XFM, you started showing me bits of your anatomy, which is something he does to people he likes, friends of his. I'm sure you've seen most of it, Karl.
No.
And so,
it's not that sort of relationship. Go
he
on.
was sat there, and there was a knock at the door because we'd asked someone who worked in the building to bring us something, and so I had to delay it by sort of not opening the door so he could get his shirt back on.
Yeah.
So he was running around trying to get his shirt back on.
So what would they have thought? What would they have thought?
They'd have walked in, he'd have just been sat there, stripped to the waist.
Didn't they sort of think, hang on, what's going on? Look through the keyhole.
No. No.
It was ludicrous, because as they came in, he was flustered and he kind of was just leaning against the window, just looking like... I often stand here with my shirt back to front.
I was getting like Bernard Manning. You see Bernard Manning, whenever he goes into the house, he has to go upstairs to take his trousers off. I love that. The fact that in your house, you've just got your pants and your vest on. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, but it's all the time. It's not just... I mean, you haven't done that with me, taking your clothes off and that yet. But, like, last night we were sat in the pub and I was saying, right, let's not even worry about new features then. Let's get the current ones, going.
Like what?
Good. Like... The one that I was trying to work out, the cheeky freak of the week.
Think of that!
Yeah, but
Think of that, though, as a normal conversation.
Yeah, but I'd looked online, right? I didn't find that much. I found... actually, I'll tell you what I found later. Brilliant. We're looking for them, right? And then at one point, I think you said to me, go and, what about the Guinness Book of Records?
Yeah,
they'll have, like, the best freak in the world or whatever.
Yeah, ever.
So I said, yeah, bring one in. Now, you've got one at home.
Yeah, I've got a
But
couple.
you couldn't be bothered carrying that in today, so I had to go out of the pub that I was at, nip into Borders, buy a Guinness Book of Records, out of my own money, $18.99, bring it back, and then you said, I don't know if I want to do this feature. So it cost me 20 quid for that. I had to buy a video for Silence of the Lambs film clip. I'm actually out of pocket at the end of this.
But do you want to work with me is the thing. If you want to work with... people would pay that sort of money to work with me, Karl. You're a lucky bloke. Think how many people think, Karl, he gets to drink and sit.
Yeah.
Well, you making a cup of tea and I surprised, didn't I? Little surprises.
Steve, last night, do you know when I left the pub in a bit of a mood because I was just fed up with not getting anything done?
Yeah.
Walking down the road, I was thinking, how can I get out of this? How can I stop having to work with them? I'm thinking, I wonder if I leave, I wonder if they'll be funny and they'll go, and then my boss will be giving me stick. I'm thinking, how much notice have I got to give out? And all this is going through my mind. I'm walking home and I got in, said to Suzanne, I'm sick of it. She's going, you need to do it when I get a new kitchen. And I was like, yeah, but how big does the kitchen need to be? I was saying, do we need a big kitchen? Can we get a small one? Have we got enough for a small kitchen? Do we need so many cupboards? Can we just have wood instead of steel? All this, try to get out of doing this.
Yeah. It's always just, I always feel like, because I like to think that I'm not perhaps as bad as him.
Yeah, no.
You annoy me in different ways.
Like what? How does he annoy you?
Well, stuff that, I come up with ideas, say Cheap as Chimps.
Yeah.
Rockbusters springs to mind.
Yeah.
15
like
Taiwan.
15 Taiwan. Let's just remind people what 15 Taiwan was.
It was a little feature that I wanted to give a run, give it a little run, see if people like it.
The premise being?
No, there's no premise, it's just a title.
No, we were going to get 15 sort of ornaments, you'd explain them, and then people would call up and say, that one's from Taiwan.
See? God, you just explained why I didn't think that was a good idea.
Yeah,
by explaining the good...
No, but the funny thing is, Steve, right, I was walking down Regent Street on Monday, walked past one of these big stores, right, and they've got all famous quotes on the windows, right, and one of them was something like, an absurd idea is often a great idea.
Yeah.
Do you know who said that?
Go on.
Einstein.
Yes.
Which made me wonder, if you were his mate, would he ever have done E equals MC squared? Or would you have said, don't bother with that, it's not going to work? Because that's all you seem to do. Everything I come up with, you put down.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing. He's negative, right? I don't know why. I don't know why he is. What else?
He messes me about. I get him concert tickets for stuff, and you say, "Oh, I didn't bother going."
Yeah.
That is annoying.
You come in, you know, 5 minutes to go with tracks that need editing.
Yeah. The little bag, that bag that was free.
Yeah, you got a free bag today, an XFM little rucksack thing.
Yeah.
You were like, "Oh, what's this? What's this rubbish?" Ricky said, "I'll have it. They're great." You said, "No, I want it."
Yeah.
Well, it was free. I needed.
Yeah.
I'll give that as a gift or something.
So, I mean, I think on reflection, Steve is probably a little bit more annoying than me.
I won't go that far. You are annoying. If I had to go away for a week somewhere, if it was a quiet place...
Well, you are again, aren't you? That's 2 holidays you had this year, I mean.
If it was a busy place, I'd probably go with you, because people, do you know what I mean, staring at me all the time and that if I'm walking around with Steve. No, I'm just...
Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Karl. Alright, let's start again. Yeah? I'm going to be the same, but let's start again. So what I mean is stop being grumpy and let me carry on being annoying. Because Steve's not going to change. He's not going to suddenly start going, you know what, Karl? I think your ideas are really good. Do you know what I mean? Remember when he came up with that idea, that game show idea? And you went, well, it's not an idea, Karl. And he came to me, he said, oh, I've had it with Steve. What's it? He went, how did The Office ever get on telly?
Well, what was the idea again, in summary?
I don't want to talk about it on air because someone will nick it.
No, they won't.
They will. Donald McIntyre's already got Cheap as Chimps. I bet they're in the making of Rockbusters as we speak. Yeah. So I'm not going to tell you any more about it.
I reckon Bob Oldness is probably nicking that idea.
Exactly.
Well,
cheeky little... Right.
Song's a phrase coming soon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it this week? What's the phrase?
We're, remember the story I told you ages ago about my neighbour having a horse in their house?
Oh, yeah.
Having a horse.
What's happened with that? Lenny Henry doing it as a series?
So,
people nicking your ideas left, right and centre.
Well, that's the phrase we'll be using anyway.
What?
My neighbour had a horse in her house.
How many words is that?
6.
My neighbour had... So, there's no grammar either. My neighbour had horse in the house. My neighbour had horse in house. What is the phrase?
My neighbour had a horse in her house.
Are there any prepositions? Are there any prepositions in this sentence?
Look, don't judge it beforehand. You see, I'm turning over a new leaf. I think this is a great idea. I think Karl's a genius, and I look forward to hearing this enormously.
Yeah, okay. And I won't be sick on your leg, or squeeze your head, or make you jump when you're making a cup of tea.
Just looking through the Guinness Book of
That's still the funniest thing, isn't it? Squeaking at someone when they got a cup of tea. Right.
There are a lot of what strike me as seemingly pointless feats.
The Guinness Book of Records is right. The Guinness Book of Records is great. I used to love it as a kid. I've had about 10 copies in my life. The last one I bought a couple of years ago, present. It was really good. I love it. I love the real records: tallest, fattest, thinnest, best, fastest, most expensive, biggest, and all that. But the ones that really annoy me are the ones that. The reason these people are in there for it are the only people that tried.
What?
Balancing the milk bottle on your head.
Most watches eaten. I've just found that one. Kim Sung-do from South Korea ate 5 watches, the entire watch with the exception of the wristband, in a time of 1 hour 34 minutes. What do you make of that, Karl?
Made him regular. Come on.
How did he time him?
Most live rattlesnakes held in the mouth. 8 live rattlesnakes held by, it just says an idiot.
Yeah, this gives me an idea, Karl.
Talking of idiots.
Do you want to get into Guinness Book of Records?
No,
Karl, come on, that'd be brilliant.
Well, there's things in there that are just absolutely anyone could do. Like that one in Big Brother, I was watching it, and it was balancing sugar lumps. I want to go. How many people try that? There's schools around Britain going, listen, we've got to get in the sugar lump award. It's grassroots level. There's not enough kids balancing sugar lumps. How can we compete in the world market?
Yeah. I was looking at it last night, and there was one about the farthest that a dog swam. I think it was something like 9 miles, but it had no choice, did it? Do you know what I mean? He took it out to the Atlantic or something, and so it didn't want to do
Threw it in the water.
Yeah. So it's not alright to put it in a bin bag and chuck it in a canal, but, it's for a world record.
Yeah.
9 miles it did.
Oh, God.
Possible ones that you could do, Carl.
What's the most Forrest Gumps fitted in one wheelie bin?
What about this one for you, Carl? The record stands at the moment for most arrows caught by hand, but that's quite tricky. So what about most arrows caught by head?
Yeah.
And you would just fire arrows at your head.
They wouldn't, it would just skim off him.
Do you think so?
Yeah, the roundness, it would never actually get any sort of, connection.
Fastest human crab, could you do that?
I'll do that.
Can you form the crab?
Can you do that?
What's that?
It's just like bending over backwards and running.
Do that.
No?
Right, what about...
what would you be good at?
What about hamburger stuffing?
Oh, right, Carl. Alright. In the mouth, you mean?
Well, it says the record for stuffing the most regulation-sized hamburgers, including buns, in the mouth at one time is how many? How many hamburgers with buns in the mouth? So
this is just...
You're not swallowing anything, you've just got stuffing in your mouth.
You'd be so good at this because your shape of your head. You've got a shape... His head's just like Hamburglar. You'd be good at this, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, you'd be perfect. You look like Zippy.
And the great thing is your head's empty, so you could get more in there. Do you know what I mean? This guy had a brain to contend with.
Do that. What is it? Is it possible? Is it mental?
How many do you think it was? There were 3 burgers in buns. What do you reckon, Carl?
What? How quick he ate them?
He didn't eat them. It's just how many he can stuff in his face. So literally hold them within his cheeks and his mouth, but don't swallow anything.
So what? How many burgers?
How many burgers did he manage to get into his face?
So it's a fella. It's not.
Yes.
About 5.
No. 3. Is the world record. 3 is the world record.
How big are they, though?
It just says regulation size.
So we could go to McDonald's or Burger King and get just hamburgers, and that would count?
Yeah, just the regular burgers, and we'll just stuff
them in. They won't count. We got to get Norris McWhirter.
But we could practice it now, and then if you're triumphant,
come
on,
get Carl.
In there.
I don't. You know, I've got a small throat and that.
Well, you don't have to swallow them. That's the great thing.
Yeah, but I don't like it. As a kid, I'd choking on stuff, and I get funny about it.
No. Just keep your tongue at the back of your mouth, and we'll stuff the hamburgers in.
No, I don't.
Oh, come on! Do something!
Carl, that is Dynamite Radio.
Well, here go. Steve will go and get the hamburgers.
Have I got to pay for them?
No, Carl, give us the money.
I'm not paying for them. I've just
on!
spent 25 quid in total on a video on a Guinness Book of Records. That's costing me another 4 quid. I'm not doing it.
Oh, come on, give us the money. You're coming back.
No, I don't wanna do it.
Oh, come on!
I'm not doing it.
Come on, do it. It's an interesting thing. Come on.
You could be in the Guinness Book of Records, Carl.
No, leave it.
See if we can. Oh, please, phone in if you want Carl to eat burgers. You don't have to swallow them. You can spit it all out. You can be sick on my leg after. Oh, come on.
No, because I don't like the stretching thing either.
Don't stretch it.
It will stretch. I'll be like the little bloody dog on the Winston Churchill ad.
Don't swear.
Well, I'm just saying, though. I know, but
we apologise to the radio authority. Carl is not only swearing, but he's refusing to do things we come up with.
But the radio authority will be happy with me stuffing 3 burgers in my face.
God,
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, we will.
No,
but go.
Leave it.
I'll give you the money.
Can we do songs of phrase, something?
No, let's
play a record. Play a record. You're going to do it, Carl, or you're fired.
No, actually, he wants that.
No, you're going to do it. Do it. Please do it. It'd be great. Honestly, please do it.
What about Chicken McNuggets? Meet halfway.
No, there's no record for Chicken McNuggets.
Well.
Mental. Steve.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm in one of the capital's many burger joints. I'm just about to go up now and order some burgers.
Where are you? Where are you in?
I'm in McDonald's in Leicester Square.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
What are you getting? Just get.
Yep.
Get
Hello
too
there.
many.
I need to order 5 regular hamburgers, please. If that's all right. Sorry. 5 hamburgers. Yes. You're probably wondering why I'm ordering only 5 hamburgers, aren't you? And let me tell you why. My friend is going to try and break the world record for putting burgers into his fat, stupid face. What do you make of that? Exciting?
Yeah.
Do you wish him good luck?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Tyre.
Tyre?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much, Tyre. I'll try and get Tyre to wish you good luck in a minute, Carl.
5 should be enough.
The world record is what? 3?
3, yeah.
Okay, good. I don't know what. Oh, here we go. How much is that? 3.45.
3.45 for 5 hamburgers.
Good, isn't it? It's good value.
It is really, isn't it?
Really, yeah. I mean, if there's anyone from from McDonald's listening, they'd probably want to give us some free stuff, I would have thought. I would have thought, Rick. Would you just wish my friend good luck before you're just on the end of the line there? Just say good luck, Carl.
Good luck.
Alright then.
There you are. That's the people from McDonald's wishing you good luck. Carl, I'll be back shortly with the burgers.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Do you want the pickles left in?
burgers here, yep. And, so I don't know, how should we begin, Carl? Do you want to just look at the size of these burgers? They're quite small.
Look, they can see it on webcam, can't they? They can see us stuffing these burgers into your mouth.
Mm.
And by the way, I'm filming this, Steve. Look,
Brilliant.
Look, I've got a camcorder. We'll put this on unseen footage on a DVD or something.
Or maybe on the website.
On the Oh, Carl, what if you break the record?
Okay, Carl, I'm coming round now to just monitor this and adjudicate.
What's the web? If people want to see this on the webcam, what is it?
XFM.co.uk.
Right, okay. Hold on. Oh, can I, Steve,
I'm
can
not
I
being
do that?
funny, I'm not being funny, right, but I think I have got, like, a bit of a wheat thing.
You've got a bit of a what?
A wheat allergy thing.
Don't give me that!
No, seriously, my head's... I've been eating a lot of shredded wheat recently. And my head's got a bit bigger.
Carl, I don't think you can let us down now, mate. So you just got to put that first
No,
one in.
I can't put that, like that, in my mouth on its... I've got to break it up.
about?
I've got to break it up.
Can't break it up.
can't break it up.
It doesn't say you can't on the rule thing.
It does.
It doesn't. I can't look. I physically can't.
Try it.
I can't look. I'd have to be Jay Goody to be able to do that. Seriously, look. Oh.
Try it. Yeah, I know, but you're not approaching it right. That's it.
Come on, go on!
That's almost. Keep
Oh,
going.
God, he's not going to do one!
Keep going. That's good work. Keep going.
How did I get three in? Keep pushing.
Ease it
Keep
in.
pushing.
Ease it
Keep
in.
pushing. Get one in at least.
Ease it
Get
in.
one in at least. Get one in.
Ease it in.
Get one in. Disappointing. You couldn't even get one whole burger in your mouth.
I did, kind of.
Yeah, but there was a bit sticking out. It just looked messy. There was
But you were saying about putting it in whole, and I don't think that's the rule.
Okay.
It's
Well,
like you
so
can get more
is
in
it-
a suitcase if you put things in properly.
So-
you don't just get all your clothes and chuck them in. So it's about. I reckon you've got to rip it up a bit.
Okay, do that then. See how many you can get in. You've got to get in two.
No, just one.
No.
Well, it's
don't
three,
rip it up and
easy.
pack it in. What do you do?
I
Pack your
swear.
cheeks first.
Honestly, Steve, my head is swelling a bit because I have got a wheat thing, a wheat allergy.
That'd be good then. There'd be more room. Right. Okay. Look, Carl
so
is now
that's-
just sticking it in his cheek.
Yeah.
Don't eat any.
You can't swallow any. It's like a hamster. You've got to work it like a
Yeah.
hamster.
Stick it in. Come on. Look at his face.
He looks like Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
Come on. Don't lose any yet. Right. Right.
Pack it in, then use your fingers to pack it in.
Come
That's it.
on.
Wedge it in. Like you're grating the bath.
I can't do this either.
Keep going. Keep going, don't give up so early. This is part of the problem. You just give up, Carl, too quickly.
You failed again. It's like your history O level. Come on, Carl. Come on. Do something
all it's
well.
one there,
Succeed at something. Push it in. You've got nearly a half a burger there. Oh, I'll come round there. You're chewing. Don't chew.
I've got a bit of food.
I don't know what he said, but... Is that
What, is that a whole one? No, it's not. I can see bits left.
Come on, Carl. Come on, keep working
I
on
can't
it.
do anymore.
Keep working on it. Look, there's so much space in your mouth, I can see it.
He's going red. Okay. Okay, we'll do another one.
We've got
We'll do
to
another
abandon
one.
that one then.
We're doing that. Oh, are you alright?
Are you going to be sick?
Are you alright?
Alright?
Oh god, should we play a record? He's making my eyes water now. I apologise for that. You're the producer, Carl.
Yeah.
It jumped twice.
Well, it's not my fault if people are slipping around because of burgers on the floor. You're trying to squeeze my head when the song's playing.
What difference does that make?
Anyway.
Right. Don't take any. Right. I've just got some grapes there. We've counted them out. What's the record then?
Okay, well, the most grapes eaten in 3 minutes. You've got 3 minutes, Carl, and you've got to beat Matt Hand from the UK, who consumed a total of 133 grapes in 3 minutes on the 8th of November 2001.
Right, there's 150
So
there.
there's 150 in there.
Right. Okay.
So you've got 3 minutes.
What are the rules?
The rules
You just
are...
got to eat them and swallow them, and it's like Cool Hand Luke, right? You got to just stuff them in and don't choke, because I got worried with the burger. That's a good advert for McDonald's, isn't it? Not only was I impressed by the cheapness of them, but he couldn't even get one in his mouth.
Yeah.
So value for money there. Maybe they'd like to send us some free stuff.
Yeah, free, or just money. Some money would be good.
Next week, Carl, you're eating Sony Walkmans.
That's right. Yeah.
Available for... right, right, Carl. Right, I think this is going to be good, right? What we're going to do, right? We've got Song 2 by Blur set up. We know that's 2 minutes, so you can play that, because that'd be boring radio hearing Carl choke, wouldn't it, for 3 minutes?
Exactly.
So, when I say go, Carl, right? I'm gonna go right on the minute, right? You've got to have a handful of grapes, and you've got to press song 2 by Blur. When we come back, you'll be stuffing your face. Hold on. You able to do that? How can you work the buttons?
I can do that.
No, I don't think you can. You cannot touch the grapes until the opening note
Yeah,
of
but
song
hold
2
on.
begins.
When the Blur 2, when song 2 stops, can we just press up the fader? So because you'll be stuffing
Don't worry,
your
so
face.
we're almost. Let's go. If we go.
Okay.
Any second now.
Okay, right.
You're
Okay.
ready,
3, 2, 1, go!
Come on, don't make him laugh, Rick. He's choking. He's choking. Oh, Carl!
Quick!
Keep going, Carl.
Come on! Come on!
What happened? Did he just throw up?
No! Don't make him laugh!
Oh,
Come on!
we can make wine. Come on, Carl. You're doing so well, mate.
I want to go. Come on. Only.
Why are you making him laugh? That was a world record attempt.
Come on. He's over the.
Keep going.
Come on! You got 25 seconds. Come on. Oh.
I think that was a shame actually because you were doing well, but something went wrong.
I know, and I think those are bigger grapes than the ones I've seen before. They're quite big grapes. Look at his face, he looks so despondent. Come on, Carl, 8 seconds. Just a few more.
5.
Come on, what's the matter?
2.
2, 1.
It's all over, Carl.
It's all over. We better count how many you did, just to... Because you can get good at this. We can get good at this over the weeks.
I think that was a fairly pitiful attempt, actually. I really thought you had a... It's interesting, actually. These are harder records than you might think.
Yeah, I know. 6, 8, 10...
How do you feel after that record-breaking attempt?
Not happy with that.
What are you not happy about?
The fella who did it, was he in hospital and just had loads of grapes and was bored? I'm sure he wasn't producing a radio programme, that's for sure.
Well, to be fair, neither are you. What was tricky about it? What did you find hard?
I think having Ricky standing over me,
Yeah.
sort of shouting, "Go on!" isn't normal.
No. But that wasn't...
It hasn't eaten any! Hold on. That's 50 left.
That's quite a poor attempt then, by the seam of it. Would you think about trying to maybe do that again in a couple of weeks? Would you do some practice and try that again?
No, leave it. Leave it for the experts.
And I noticed a tricky point, maybe sort of when you had about 50 seconds to go, you seemed to be spewing things into the bin. What was that?
Again, mainly Ricky standing over me, sort of.
88. He's got 88 left.
Okay, so what's the mental arithmetic there? Because we put how many in? Was 150 in the thing, wasn't it?
What did I say? What did I say I had left?
Well, I'm not doing it again,
88.
so...
He had 88 left.
So 62. God, you're only at 62. What's the matter with you, Carl? There's people start you at 62. That is rubbish.
That's disappointment.
Let's leave
So
that.
you failed on 2 world record attempts there.
62, and the records are... That is rubbish. What were you doing?
Yeah, but like I said, I've got a small throat. I can't drink a drink quick. Ever since the Mr. Freeze Pops when I was 6, that I nearly choked on, I nearly died on, I can't go back. It'd be like asking, I don't know, someone who got run over to play Frogger or something.
What's Frogger?
What, you mean real life
computer game? Well, just a computer game brings back memories, doesn't it? And I can't do that.
What's Frogger? Does Frogger get run over?
Yeah.
It's a little frog that has to run across a busy road.
Do you know who he reminded me of? Apart from Hamburglar and Zippy and all that. When he was mentioning those grapes, because the shape of his head, it looked like a game of Pac-Man.
Yeah.
It did, as he was getting to him, it looked like...
We should have had that music.
It looked just like it. Oh,
Do you
Carl.
remember there was a board game version of Pac-Man?
Was there?
I mean, the only thing that Pac-Man had was the fact that it was on a computer and it was a little face eating things. But imagine that as a board game.
But there's board games of, like, things that you don't need board games for.
Yeah.
It's like there's board games of charades.
Do you know what?
You don't need that. It's like parlour games. Board games of let's watch the telly.
Yeah.
Let's play sit around. And it's all like 1999. You don't need it.
New from Mattel, a stick. Simply run along, clanking it against a fence or a metal grate.
It's fence stick. And a picture of it like, oh, Nan, that's my stick.
I'll tell you
That's
what.
my fence stick. Do you know I saw in a shop recently the board game of Cold Feet, the TV show.
That is a winner. You are John Thompson.
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah.
Tell you a good game.
Drink 8 pints. Go on.
Songs of phrase.
Songs of phrase, nicely done.
Right, we'll get this going.
How do you feel, Carl?
Yeah.
Again,
all right.
disappointment. Disappointment probably to your family and friends.
Well, I don't think they'll be that gutted, to be honest. Right, songs of phrase.
Well, Carl, why don't we play We'll come back with songs of phrase, because it's a big tease. People love that.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the hot new
We've got
quizzes.
one more thing for you to eat.
No, I'm not doing any more of that, seriously. Play a song? Right, songs of phrase next, right?
Feed, XFM 104.9. I bet that is a record. Eating grapes whilst DJing.
Possibly. I'm assuming if there's any listeners out there that have a record-breaking attempt they'd like to see Carl undertake in future weeks, they should email in.
I think Jono's got that one.
Right, what have we got then? That's that.
Right.
That's the silliest side now. Let's get on with the proper show.
Right, songs of phrase.
Yeah, let's we do that?
On to the classy stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to do the prizes first?
Right, now then, where are they? Here they are. I haven't seen these, but I'm excited as ever. Alright, we have a t-shirt there, arbitrary t-shirt that you have probably stolen off of someone. What does it say? Is it the Red Hot Chili Peppers? So if you found that, that's not too bad. It's a big t-shirt there. On DVD, this should you be giving this away? This looks like it's the film Don't Say a Word.
Yeah.
And it's it doesn't have all the proper packaging. It's literally the disc, the DVD disc, just loose. So enjoy that. The current album from Oasis. Heathen Chemistry, DVD, on DVD, The Life of Mammals, the complete series, the David Attenborough recent DVD, that. Walking with Cavemen, which I think is a DVD, it's currently on TV, isn't it? And,
well, there you go.
And
Not
also
bad.
the X-List, which is a good new compilation, double CD compilation from XFM with loads of stuff on there, including Nerd, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Athlete, all sorts.
Go on then, Carl.
So not bad, actually. Simple
Nice one. Well done.
Right, so, yeah, it's a phrase that's been said at some point, or said a lot on the show. We've had, like, Hairy Chinese Kid. We went back to, my mum had wind for 5 minutes and that. Today we're looking at my neighbour had a horse in a house, right?
Yep.
If you remember, we were talking about that probably about a year and a half ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
Right.
of course people remember. They've been talking about it ever since, Carl, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, it's famous. It's a world famous phrase. My neighbour had a horse in her house.
Right, so this is this week's songs of phrase, and what I've done is I've got songs with those words in that make up that sentence.
Yeah.
You got to email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. There's 6 different songs, right? You email in with what?
I don't know how there is 6. Me neighbour had horse in house. Is it really that sentence?
My neighbour had a horse in her house. It does work, honestly, it works.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, don't bother explaining it,
You
just
ready?
play it.
Right,
Yeah.
so here's the, here it is.
We're just looking at
Right?
What in God's name was that?
Yeah, name the 6 songs. Huh?
Are we naming the artists or the songs?
Either.
Artists.
Anyone
will
who
be-
gets anything can get a prize.
What's
jeez.
more, Carl?
Artists, here we go.
Oh, that's tricky, Carl. That's very hard. Once more.
Email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. I'll give it.
Another
give it
letdown.
give it
Another
one.
letdown.
It's brilliant, this.
No.
How
No.
can you just say that after I've just been stuffing grapes in my face and
Well,
that?
you didn't get one burger in, right? Even when you tried to chop it up, there's 3, right? So that's it. Steve, out of the goodness of his heart, went to McDonald's, okay? I got some grapes, at 62.
That's got nothing to do with this, though. This is my game show here. Bob Holness didn't say, yeah, Blockbusters is good, but I never see him eating grapes. So this is a different thing, forget that. Right? Here's the clips again, here's the clips.
Carl, you know I said I was going to turn over a new leaf and not criticise your ideas? I think it's the end of this one, mate.
Oh, he's done it again.
It's atrocious. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Used to be friends. That is Carl's favourite record of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, new
He
music, better new music.
gets one play a year, and he chose that.
That's what he chose.
It's all right, but I mean, that favourite track, innit? He played that. That was Carl's choice.
Just something new.
On XFM 104.9. Don't worry, we've got some really good stuff coming up later with me and Steve.
If you're from the 70s, you might like it.
You see that he's getting too cocky, isn't he?
Arrogant.
It's sort of like I mean, we've tried giving him something in his life. He's got, you know what I mean? He comes in and tells us this sob story of just like a trail of failures. And we've said, Carl, come under our wing, right? He just started picking up on him. A few other people's like, and then he does that. He fails at the burgers. He fails at the grapes. He will not trust us with, what we want to do. I don't know what more we can do. It's like I've saved a mouse from a cat's jaws and it turned around and bit me.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a brilliant analogy. It's a bit like we were trying to give you something that you could care about, that you could be passionate about, that would somehow give a meaning to your life.
You would be in the Guinness Book of Records, alongside... I mean, Bubble. Bubble failed. Do you want to be Bubble? Do you want to be Bubble? Or do you want to be the bloke with the milk bottle on his head?
Exactly.
Who's in there?
The guy who made the watches.
Yes! Now, I've got an idea, Carl, because you're getting all stressed out. I don't know what it is. You're getting funny. I don't know what it is. I don't know what...
Because you're annoying me.
Well, you say that.
started midweek.
I don't think I annoy anyone else, so it's just you on that. So, I thought maybe we could all three of us go away to a little health farm for a weekend, just get like a triple room,
Right,
and just...
that isn't happening.
Why?
You've just reminded me, because you've been annoying me. Steve started getting on your case, you know, sort of ganging up on me. I'll tell you now, Steve, I just forgot. Remember a couple of weeks ago, you said to me that my pub quiz team is rubbish?
Yeah.
Right, well, it doesn't matter anymore, because you're not part of it this time.
That's bad. That's bad, because it's interesting you say that, Carl. Carl, you say that because I tell you this, I found someone, mate, who could be filling that tricky fifth member. I wanted to test him out this week, mate. On your team.
Test that on your team. Because
Carl.
I'll tell you what this is like. I don't know if you're familiar with Paul Ince, who used to play with Man United, right? But everyone used to say he's the governor, right? Even the players used to call him the governor, right? And Alex Ferguson at Man United was like, I'm not having this.
Yeah.
I'm in charge here. And he got rid of him. And that's what's happened. You were moaning the other week, saying your team's rubbish, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how you do on your own, right?
Carl. He's turned, isn't he?
I'll be honest, Carl. I'd like to be on your team.
Well, sorry, Paul Ince. You'll have to go and join Middlesbrough, or wherever it is he's gone to.
Carl, what can I do to get back on your team?
It's not happening. I've already filled your boots.
Don't let him have the upper hand, Steve.
No, wait a minute. I'll tell you what always annoys me, though. Ricky spends most of the show slagging you off, right, having a go at you, annoying you in the week, squeezing your head, making you eat burgers, right? But you always take out on me. I'm the one who always gets the insults. I'm the one who's now relegated from your team. Why? When? You see, this is the thing. You're just as bad as him, really, because you're siding against me because you know that I'm willing to take it. The truth of it is this: you know that Ricky Gervais is keeping you in burgers and grapes, metaphorically speaking. He's the one that's got you in Heat magazine.
I just spat all over your new Guinness Book of Records.
You see?
Get me a tissue.
He's just squirted tea, laughing all over your Guinness Book of Records. I'm assuming I'm going to get the flak for that.
No, it's because you made me laugh when I was drinking, because you went, like that, and it made me laugh, and I spat.
I just think it upsets me that you never pick on Ricky. You never ever go at him because you know he's the one who's raised your profile and made you a little bit of a celebrity.
We've missed one here. Using his teeth, Raman Andiapan, right? Husked a coconut.
He did what?
He husked a coconut. He's the fastest coconut husker in the world.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He pulls husks.
What's that?
His little face.
What's a coconut husking?
He pulls the husk up and look at Carl just with his head down. Carl, come on. What's the matter?
Because that cost me 20 quid.
I know. Well, I'll see you all right. I've
tea all over the world's smallest man.
Why have they stood him next to the world's biggest man?
Right, I'm in a bad mood now.
Oh dear.
I'm
so
happy.
you haven't got a team, Steve? I'll sort you out. Come to me. I'll sort you out.
Seriously,
Don't worry.
mate, I found someone who would help you win this week, Carl. And
No,
I was going to
Steve.
tell you about it, and now
Steve, you can be on my team this week, and I know something about the quiz that Carl doesn't know. So
I'll tell you, I just think that it's so ungrateful. So
Whatever.
ungrateful.
Right, songs of phrase, just give it a couple more plays. Just
Yeah.
email in, we'll pick a winner soon. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
well, this is rubbish this week. No one knows it because it's rubbish. Steve was right.
There's 6 songs there, so if you know what they are, just
That's the end of that. I think that's the end of songs of phrase.
email in.
I think we've got none left. No. That's the last week for that. That is
Okay, well,
rubbish.
why don't you give us some monkey news? Is it monkey
Yeah.
news time?
Come on, monkey news.
We'll play a song and we'll...
No,
have
no,
it
no.
on.
Do
let's play
monkey
a song,
news.
let's play a song.
Oh, it's a great track.
Cheer up, Carl.
Is it new? Is this
Waiting
new?
for an Alibi by Thin Lizzy.
Oh, what year
Doesn't
was
have to
it
be
out?
new. It's brilliant.
What year was it out?
Oh, Einstein wasn't new when he came up with the greatest theory ever. By Thin Lizzy on XFM 104.9. Right, okay, this is, of all the trauma in the world, I thought we'd come on to a little bit, and he's just brought it right down, little mank twat, whinges. No, but I mean, do you know what I mean? He's had a go at you, he's thrown you off his team.
I'm devastated by that. That was the one thing I was looking forward to this week.
To be fair, you were looking forward to telling him you were taking over the team, so it's sort of poetic justice. It has blown up in your face, to be fair.
True, I was trying to squeeze him out of his own company.
Yeah, you were going to try and get him out of his team.
Yeah, well,
it was a hostile takeover, and they clubbed together.
To be honest with you, there's normally 3 regulars on his team. I got 2 of them on my side, one of which was his girlfriend. So I only had to work on him to try and get him to resign, and we'd have been away. Still, you know, we should give the prizes away.
Yeah, well, this has been dreadful. This thing. We started off well with him trying to force burgers in his mouth, and then he'd come up with this tat. I mean, this is the end of this, because it's. I mean, it was shoddy to start with, now a duo couple, but this is not only.
I'm just saying, this is what I was saying in the pub yesterday when you tried to be sick on my leg. I was saying, come up with new ideas if you don't like them, but you diss them on air.
Well, it's just disappointing, isn't it? And awesome, right. What's that?
I was disappointed when I was choking before.
We were disappointed as well.
Yeah, you didn't try. You didn't try with the grapes. You were just like chewing on that. You meant to just throw them in and swallow them.
Songs of phrase. It was 6 songs. It sounded like this.
Boring. Right, what are they? Just give you
6
answers.
songs there. We had Lionel Richie, My Destiny, for my.
Tricky.
Neighbour.
Oh, that's XFM. Ooh.
My Neighbour was Space. Neighbourhood. Had Harry Connick Jr. Had to be you.
Yeah.
Right.
Had your neighbour had a horse.
from
America.
America, yeah.
Had a horse.
In
was Lisa Stansfield with
pathetic.
In All the Right Places.
Oh, pathetic. Did anyone get that?
And
No
one got that.
Animals.
So that was pointless.
All right. Well, the most anyone got was 3, and we're going to give it to Deborah, and that's possibly Deborah and Kate. They got at least 3 of those. So well done.
Okay, well done. Yeah, there's prizes on the way. That's the end of that. So that's the no cheapest chimps. None of that anymore. What have you got left? You got the film to do? Let's see what you've done with the film.
Hang on, I'd love to have some monkey news though.
Go on then. Got any monkey news?
Yeah, got some monkey news.
Come on then.
No, Rick, come on, cheer up.
Well, it's a sort of like he moans that he's got too much time on his hands, and he comes up with that.
Okay.
Shite.
Monkey news. The jingle, please.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Okay.
There's been quite a lot of stuff going on. There was a few bits in that Guinness Book of Records book that cost me 20 quid.
Yeah, well, that's not news, is it? They printed that probably last September.
No,
so
there's one in there.
New music. New monkey news from last September. You're a lord.
Come on.
Waster.
Please, Ricky, monkey news.
Right, there was this monkey in a zoo in Brazil.
Right.
And this little man monkey, little woman monkey. And
you're a scientist, aren't you? Go on.
And they said the people in charge were like, "Oh, wouldn't it be good if they had kids?"
Brilliant.
Right. So anyway, the chimps used to stand sort of, you know, they'd have the little caves each, and they used to sort of lean on the fence having a bit of a chat and stuff with each other. Right? Well, you know,
gossiping, gossiping.
The equivalent sort of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were getting on a storm, and like the zookeepers were like,
"Can you hear that cheapest chimps this week?" I thought it was fascinating. Yeah, just gossiping. I understand.
So
what's any monkey news? I don't know. Let's tune in.
What was monkey news this week?
Come on. It was from last September.
So they were stood there having a chat, and the zookeepers were like, "I wonder if they're ever gonna, have kids and that."
Yeah.
Anyway, it went on for ages. This just chatting, no sort of action. So what the zookeepers did was, they said, "I know they'll have kids."
Are we letting that go? They were just chatting. Are we just letting that go?
We're letting it
You know
go.
what I mean? Just doing whatever monkeys do.
Okay.
Right? So the zookeepers were like, "Yeah, I wonder when they're gonna, have some kids."
Yeah.
Anyway, what they decided to do to egg them on.
Yeah.
Bought one of them a suit, one a wedding dress.
Right.
Keep going.
No, I'm not having it.
Shut up, Gervais. Fade him down if he's going to interrupt. I want to hear the rest of this.
They got married.
So they got married?
Yeah, they got married.
Right.
What? That's the end of it. This is why I don't. Right. That's the end of monkey news. That's the end of monkey news. Don't do that again. You've got no features left.
Why don't you like that?
Well, it's not a story. It's about 2 chimps chatting, which doesn't happen. The zookeeper's going, "I wonder if they're going to ever have kids." And come on, they got married. That's the end of the story. What are you talking about?
Hang on, just calm down. Let me just check that you didn't make a mistake there and didn't lose out.
What do you mean you didn't make a mistake?
Shh, wait a minute, he may have just left out a fundamental piece of information.
What, the story?
That would have made it into a story.
Right.
Let me just check the facts. So they bought them wedding outfits. They were married. Did they propose to each other, or were they just forcibly
Don't
married?
encourage
Just
him.
forced onto
And
it.
then what was the outcome? Once they got married, What happened? They fell in love?
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
It's not a marriage, Carl.
Be quiet.
It's not a real marriage. I don't know what you've got in your head. It's like the head of Homer Simpson. I'd go in there and there'd be a wedding reception and there'd be a couple of fights and they'd be talking about stuff.
They got married. They fell in love. Did they have children?
They're not back off the honeymoon yet.
So, play it.
Which film are you in this week?
Looking at Silence of the Lambs.
Right, play it. Just play it.
Have we got a question?
Well, come
No,
on
who
with a question
cares? Who cares? Should Carl carry on? Play it.
Right, Silence of the Lambs. The bit where Jodie Foster is having a chat.
Good evening, Clarice.
Right. Just thought I'd come and see you.
How very thoughtful.
Don't mind me popping in though, do you? It's just no one else is interested in the sort of things I like talking about.
People will say we're in love.
Well, say what they want. Did you hear the show last week? We were talking about gay people, if they should have their own toilets or not, and stuff.
That was good.
Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it? Got a good debate going. Enjoy doing the show. It's a favourite part of my week, really, just talking about weird stuff and that.
Oh, Clarice, your problem is you need to get more fun out of life.
I have a lot of fun in my life. You know, come and see you, and spend a lot of time on the internet looking up weird stuff. Reading something about a hairy Chinese kid. There's another thing. There's a fella who no arms and legs. He's known as a pillar man.
Everything you need to find him is right there in those pages.
Bizarre magazine. Yeah, I get this. The hairy Chinese kid, what annoys me is he could sort it out. He could just have a shave, couldn't he? Do you know what I mean?
No, he covets.
Does he? Well, use some like Emacs stuff. Yeah, don't be getting funny with me, just 'cause you're in a bit of a mood, right? You know you shouldn't eat people. Your eyes are bigger than your belly, I've always said that, so I'll see you later.
Interesting. Atmospheric, moody, and the question is... okay, how about this? How many films have been made featuring the character Hannibal Lecter? How many films
They
have
haven't
been
got
made?
time to phone in now, have they?
No, they can email in, they'll have time. Do you care?
I don't care.
No, exactly. Ricky.Gervais, xfm.co.uk, if you can be bothered. If you're interested in what, and you want a $4.99 copy on VHS of Silence of the
He's
Lambs.
dissing that as well, Carl. What do you think of that?
Bit annoying, but that's it for this week.
But remember what happened when... No, it's not. It's 9 minutes to 3.
Don't
How can
this.
that...
Tell him, Steve.
No.
Ridiculous
How
every
can
week.
that be it? It's 9 minutes to 3. Songbird Oasis, right. Send Carl a little present. Send him some essential oils or something, or, I don't know what I mean, a little lavender pillow, or just a little message. Send him a little message. Tell him it's all worth it. He's getting all grumpy, aren't you?
I just get sick of it, that's all. It's not worth going through the stress for 30 quid every Saturday.
You lying little... You'd get more than 30 quid.
Oh, not much more. Anyway, Steve, who's the winner?
The winner is Mike McNulty. He correctly answered the fact that there were 4 films featuring Hannibal Lecter.
There's a downer now, isn't there? There's a downer.
I think it was you, actually. I mean, I don't know, Carl. I'm not... It's not like I'm just trying to win myself a place on your team, but I actually felt that Ricky was really out of order this week.
I gave him grapes.
I thought Ricky was discourteous, if that's a word. I thought he was rude, aggressive, unpleasant. As one person emailed in, a dickhead. So, someone also said you were fat and talentless. Well. I don't like those emailers who do that sort of thing, but one of them said you were really, really annoying.
Well, cheers for that, but you're still not on
they
the
didn't
team.
like what you were wearing.
So, back next week.
What did you say?
He went, cheers for that, but you still not.